with my colleagues Jake Eli, Megan Scanlon, and Jesse Su, we are presenting our recommendations for Antico Cafe Greco case. So we recommend pooling the queues, training the baristas, hiring an additional barista, and purchasing at least one additional automated machine. This will decrease the customer time in the system to less than 1 minute. In order to improve the customer experience, we suggest decreasing the average time customers spend in the queue and in the system and improve utilization. We should minimize the chances of error on orders by utilizing an automatic machine and applying the key principles of utilization matters, pooling matters, variance hurts, and psychology matters. I'll pass it on to my colleague Megan to continue with the analysis.
Thank you, Wissam. So now we're going to go through all of the different methodologies and queuing techniques that we can use in these models. The first on the upper left, you'll see the current model, which refers to 3 separate lines where the baristas are catering to 38 customers per hour on those lines and making drinks individually. The bottom right indicates what it would look like if we had a pooling methodology, which would be 1 line of customers and the orders going to all 3 baristas. Next, we look at the different methodologies if we train the baristas, whether the training be done in the current model where there are 3 separate lines or in the pooling model. We believe that there is efficiencies with using the training to make sure that the drinks come out faster. The standard deviation decreases from 20 seconds to 10 seconds when we use training. Finally, we also looked at if we added another barista to the mix. So how would that pooling model work if we used, let's say, 4 baristas as opposed to the 3? And last but not least, we talked about what would happen if we use an automated machine. The calculations on the bottom here show if we used our current model with a lambda of 38 and a mu of 40, the utilization would equal about 95% still. We'd see about 14.25 minutes worth of our team members, or I should say our customers, waiting on the lines. And then the wait time for the entire system would be 15.75 minutes, which is a reduction from the current methodology, which shows that if we use an automated machine, it would help us. Now, these are more of the in-depth calculations related to the queuing models. As you can see, the top line is our current order utilization. Overall, the service customers wait around 16.45 minutes within that operation. As we start to pool, we see the wait time drastically decrease, almost by about 10 minutes. Additionally, training will decrease. Training solely would take about 15.92 minutes worth of waiting in the entire service. Even better is if we pool and train the baristas together. This would allow the service time for each customer to be about 6.11 minutes. So we are catering for 114 customers on one single line and breaking it out among 3 baristas. Finally, we looked at what would the model be like if we added the barista. So just pooling and adding a barista would drastically decrease the service time to 1.83 minutes. If we added training into the mix, it brings it down to 1.82. So while the service time decreases, it doesn't make too much of a difference between adding a barista and training them or not. We do have to consider the costs related to training baristas, which is about 1,500 euros. So we have to decide if the cost outweighs the benefits here of reducing that service time. Additionally, I would just like to note that the utilization when we have the pooling and training methodology decreases from what we see in our current model of 95% utilization to 71% utilization. This is still a relatively high utilization, and at times a 95% utilization can indicate that our team members are overworked, which can actually lead to more errors. I'm now going to turn it over to Jesse.
Thank you so much, Megan. So next, I would like to talk about the ACG should consider substituting 1 or 2 of the semi-automatic VAV bars with fully automatic alternatives. Yes, we agree that substituting one of the machines based on the following reasons. The first one is cost-benefit analysis. Just as Megan beautifully explained, after we did the analyze, we evaluate the cost of purchasing and installing fully automatic machines versus the potential benefits. And also this includes not only the initial investment, but also ongoing maintenance cost. And also we evaluate the speed and efficiency. Definitely analyze the fully automatic machines will significantly increase the speed and efficiency of order processing compared to the semi-automatic machines currently in use. Next one is staffing and barista skill. Definitely variance hurts. And then we want to make sure that our baristas are well trained. But as we already know from the case that the barista training costs a lot. So in terms of barista training, we need to be actual cautious. And next one is the customer experience. We need to make sure that our customers' waiting time is within the good range. And also we need to add a little bit like personal touch, basically because a lot of customers to this cafe at tourism, they travel all the way, come here to visit this cafe. Even though we have this VAV bar as one of the finest coffee machine in the world and also required skilled coffee craftsmen to use, but we still want to add this personal touch. And then our customers may also prefer this level of personal touch over just the speed of an automatic machine. And then next, I will pass it to Jake.
All right. So now I'll go through, should we exploit strategies to reduce the perceived wait time for an order to arrive? So the ways to decrease the perceived wait times are through psychology. And so this can be done by offering free Wi-Fi, hanging TV screens in the shop for tourists or other customers to be entertained by, have music in the shop to make the vibe in the shop more conducive to people waiting around, being there, and also to show people the history of the store, really how it started and how it got to where it is today. So now I'll continue with the SWOT analysis. So the strengths of pooling, hiring more baristas and adding an automated machine is that it significantly reduces the wait time, and it also improves customer satisfaction when they don't need to wait as long. But there are some weaknesses, as we mentioned before, of the cost of adding a machine, and also training and adding baristas does raise costs, and it also specifically with the machine, it could lack personalization, which people coming from around the world might want and wouldn't necessarily care as much about the wait time. Some opportunities, really, this is a huge way to increase revenue if we have the steady customer stream and more people are coming in, and we're able to make them coffee faster. And some threats. So there's always competition in the coffee industry. There's many different companies and stores, and so really any change in customer satisfaction can potentially cause a significant loss in the business if this change is taken the wrong way. But overall, in conclusion, so we suggest increasing the number of baristas to 4, training them, and adding an automated machine that we would think would be extremely beneficial to improve the customer experience at Antico Cafe Greco, and overall create more revenue, which is the goal of our analysis. So thank you very much, and we look forward to implementing these operational designs and seeing the success. Thank you.